Do you want freedom? Freedom from your thoughts, from the worries, the anxieties, the fears, or even just sometimes the nonsense that seems to perpetuate moving through our minds? Well, maybe first and foremost, ask yourself this: are they your thoughts? Did you ask for those thoughts? From where did the thoughts arise? Where did the thoughts come from? And then the reflection into where do your thoughts arise? Into that stillness, into that space. Traditionally, it's called the chitta-kash, your mind space. In the Advaita Vedanta tradition, which means non-dualism, there can be the idea that we are our thoughts. Well, how can that be if we never ask for the thoughts? If we have no control over our thoughts, how can we be our thoughts? And yet we associate ourselves with our thoughts. We become lost, embroiled, entangled with our thoughts until sometimes we can't see or perceive anything else other than this me and my life. So how do we free ourselves then from these thoughts? Well, the simple answer is we're not our thoughts, so we're already free. Thoughts are arising, and without our involvement, thoughts are soon passing. And where maybe from an early age we've been brought up to recognise our thoughts, to go along with our thoughts, to in a way try and cultivate thoughts, which nothing wrong with that. Our mind is an amazing organ, but it's not the whole picture. The Buddha said life is suffering, and I used to remember thinking that sounds a little bit grim, whereas the reference really is the suffering aspect is the attachment to our thoughts, to this idea, and it is an idea of me and my life. Well, then maybe more awareness, more attention can be brought to the space, the feeling into which our thoughts arise. And that space, call it the chitta-kash, your mind space, call it what you want, but you know, it is a part of this idea of yourself. It's as much a part of yourself as is your body, as are your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions. And that space isn't some vacant void. When you come to familiarise yourself, there's a deep sense of peace, contentment. Because the stillness, the space, it never changes, it's always there. I like to think of the space, or my experience of the space, can be observed, can be felt, can be experienced with every breath. You breathe in, there's the space, a natural pause. You exhale, and then there's the space, again, a natural pause. So the space, the oneness, is something into which all this arises around us, our thoughts included. So if you want to become more aware of that stillness, I like the term to witness. To witness doesn't necessarily mean to think. To witness is, in a way, something that's beyond the thinking process of your mind. You're aware. You're aware of your thoughts arising, and if those thoughts aren't serving you in the here and now, your thoughts soon dissolve back into the stillness, back into the oneness which connects each and every one of us. Sharing my thoughts, my musings, sharing the love.